Welcome to Croke Park here for the All-Ireland semi-final of 1998. In this 112th championship year, we find the master, Mick O'Dwyer, facing his pupil, Paddy O'Shea, on the sideline here in Croke Park, on different sides for the first time ever, where the famous Ventry man, Paddy O'Shea, Fear na Gaeltachta, faces Farran Curran, Mick O'Dwyer, the Waterville hotelier who is in charge of the Kildare team. Kildare, led by Glenn Ryan, are the Leinster champions, having defeated along the way the 1995 All-Ireland champions Dublin and indeed the 1996 champions of the All-Ireland in Meath. And now they face the champions of last year, the All-Ireland champions Kerry. And we're off here with Darragh O'Shea rising high in the air. He advances in towards Hill 16, releases early in towards Darragh O'Cinada. It's O'Shea fighting for possession again, feeds it back to Maurice Fitzgerald. The St. Mary's Cahir-Siveen man looks down the wing. That's where he's going to find Johnny Crowley. Johnny comes, he steals a march on the Kildare full back, turns inside, turns outside, looks around, finds Darragh O'Cinada, who fires it in across there towards Pallade. Pallade passes it in and over the bar. There was a slight chance of a goal there for a split second as Lade bet his way down on goal, and that opens the scoring and puts the All-Ireland champions one ahead and settles the nerves of any Kerry men who may fear Mick O'Dwyer standing in their path here today. We're looking at a very anxious crowd here, a big crowd. Darragh O'Cinada there in Leroge. Fear na Gaeltachta, Amsheen Shane Spruck lets the ball in early, and Mo Giroch right in there towards Christy Byrne in the Kildare goal, who fends it off and out for a 45 over the end line. Very fortunate there. Ball just dropping in the sunshine, just in under the crossbar, and indeed he palms it off and out for a 45. Here we are now with Maurice Fitzgerald, a man who's been in great scoring form during this championship year. He looks up, takes a look at the goal. He's going to let this off in towards what is an all-white, a lily-white dominated Hill 16. But indeed, he lets it off, and maybe the white intimidated him. It drops short and to the left and out wide. Mike Frank Russell first to the ball. Mike Frank turns inside his man. He feeds inside to Lade. Pallade turns. He's blocked down. And there it is, it's delivered out by the Kildare defence. Anthony Rainbow developing the play here, moving forward, looks into his half-forward line. Glenn Ryan fighting very hard there with Liam Hassett for possession. Hassett seems to get the better of it, but it falls to a Kildare man. That is the number 5, the half-back on the near side of the field, John Finn. Lays it off for his captain there, Glenn Ryan, who's going to release the ball up into the Kerry half of the field for probably the first attack here for Kildare. Up towards Martin Lynch. Martin's toppled to the ground. Referee in there at the moment. The referee has indicated a free in for Kildare. A foul committed on Martin Lynch. And here's a chance for Pádraig Raven to open the scoring for the Lily Whites. And indeed, that's exactly what he does. Fires it into the canal end and draws the team's level. Pádraig Raven there for Kildare, a very steady architect of the free kick. Martin Lynch feeds it back off outside. Here we are with Kildare on the attack. Here's the Waterville man facing his own people today, Carl O'Dwyer. And he looks again. He's fed. It's inside. O'Dwyer is broken in through here. He's going to turn. He hooks the kick in and over the bar. A fine score there by Carl O'Dwyer for the Kildare men. And they'll be happy with that as they take the lead for the first time in the match here. Kildare's long march to the top of the mountain. Is it to be today, or are these Kerry men going to foil things? Darragh O'Cinada, Billish, there goal. Oh, what a chance. And he slices it. And it comes off the outside of the boot and sneaks inside the post there for a score to put Kerry in front. But just for a glimmer of a moment there, it looked like the Gaeltacht man was true on goal. It looked like he was going to take the opportunity. O'Cinada sends it in long, in towards the full forward line there where it finds Johnny Crowley. Johnny steers it in high and over the black spot. And a very quiet, subdued Hill 16 watches Kerry advance to 4 points to 2 in front. About 20 minutes in here. We see Pádraig Raven laying out a free here out round the midfield area. Feeds it short to John Finn. Finn licks takes the opportunity to kick in for a score, looking for a score. It falls short. Martin Lynch is in there around the goal. Oh, there was an opportunity there. It looked like it could have been a square ball, but in any case, referee waves play on. John Finn breaks inside, and this looks like a good opportunity. Advances forward and clips it in inside the far post, and that's a fine score by the right half back there on the Kildare team. This is a consistent outfit, this Kildare team, starting today without a doubt, without Niall Buckley, their team's star midfielder. He hasn't started the game today, and that's the big story here in Croke Park, but they've been breaking even as it is. Here we go with Willie McCreary, lets it in forward to Martin Lynch. Martin swings a leg at it, swings it in and swings it over the bar, and another fine score to tie up the teams here. A fine score by the Clane man. A lovely footballer in his own right, a guy that's held in very high esteem in many counties, even outside of his own. And here we are again, Kildare on the advance. John Finn has been pivotal to everything they've done thus far in the game. A lot of good work here. There's an opportunity here for Kildare again. Dermot Early tries to break inside. Young Early, son of course of the far famed Dermot Early, commander with the defence forces in the Curragh camp, and Early seems to be a fine young prospect for this Kildare team. Who knows where his career will go? It looks like he has many good years ahead of him. Pádraig Raven lays it off there. Anthony Rainbow breaks inside, and a foul on Rainbow there by Palaid, I think it was, who seemed to connect with yes, indeed it was. Palaid seemed to connect with the player on his way down. Probably a little bit unfortunate, but creates a good opportunity for Pádraig Raven to take a chance of a score here. Raven is very, very accurate from free kicks, and indeed, again, pops it in and over. Here we are again now with Enda McCormick. Enda McCormick lets it across there towards Martin Lynch. Lynch has been an out-and-out star performer today for this Kildare team. Breaks inside there. That looks like it could be a new man in Pádraig Brennan, is it? Or is it indeed Graven? Both similar stature, both similar style with the left foot. And indeed, I think it was Brennan there with the score. The referee is consulting with his linesman there, Mick Curley from Galway. Consulting with Seamus Pryor, the Leitrim man, and Liam Hassett being called out. It's Eamon Breen being called forward. He's getting a stern talking to by Farna Galliva there. They're exchanging frank views on what seemed to be a clash between Breen and Martin Lynch as that play developed. Now Kildare out round the middle of the field. Here we see Brennan again. Releases the ball in long. It goes in towards the edge. Oh my goodness, that seemed to be very, very soft in terms of the free conceded there by Sean Stack, I think it was. Pushing the back there on Martin Lynch. And Kildare will mop up those opportunities all day long, and you can't commit those kind of fouls when you've got players like Pádraig Raven around who off either foot. But although he's kicking off the left here on the left-hand side of the field, not normally suited to a left-footed kicker, but Pádraig Raven kicks the ball over the bar, and the sunlight is starting to develop for the Waterville man as he moves along the sideline. A hard day indeed for Mick O'Dwyer today as he faces his old fancies. There's a long ball let in, and over fighting there hard for it is the Kildare full forward line. Raven indeed was moving along there with Barry O'Shea, I think it was, in the full back line for Kerry. There's Davy Dalton in onto the field in Sauce Dowling's place, and he's picking up Mike Frank Russell. Mike Frank has been quiet up until now in this second half. Here's an opportunity now to see where this game is going to advance towards. Carl O'Dwyer, he's got a good opportunity here from the 45-yard line to kick a score here for Kildare. He laces it in long. Has it got the length? Has it got the length? Indeed it has, and the white flags rise. And even the umpire waves a lily white flag, and that can't but be good news for this Kildare team as they lead by double scores, 8 points to 4. And is it to be Kildare's day? That long march we talked about earlier, could they be about to reach what will be a far celebrated All-Ireland final meeting with Galway in a few weeks' time? Willie McCreary out round the middle of the field, feeds off to Dermot Early. Young Early looks up. He feeds the ball in long, down the wing there, down the throat of Martin Lynch. Martin's fighting there with Eamon Fitzmaurice for possession. Fitzmaurice breaks away, looks up, lays the ball off. Lays it off out there towards his half-forwards. And indeed now Dara O'Shea. Dara lets it in long over towards, just climbed over the head of Darrow Canadian Shin, and Glenn Ryan feeds it to Great Raven, and that's a lovely score by Kildare. Great fluid movement by the Lily Whites as they move and try to put the bolt on the door here. It's looking very good at this moment for the Lily Whites, the men from the Bog of Allen. Here we go now, Kerry trying to get back into this game. It's going to take something special from this Kerry outfit. Could this be it as they advance forward? Darragh O'Shea looks off. Where are the options for him? He feeds it back out to Mike Frank. Mike Frank with the hooked kick falls short. Christy Byrne picks it up in the goals there. Christy's going to come out himself. He's going to play out round the half-back line, it would appear. He feeds it off there to Dermot Early. And that's very fluid. Nice little movement there by Kildare. Ken Doyle lets it in forward. But it's mopped up there again. Darragh O'Shea seems to be everywhere here in this Kerry team at the moment. He's picked up possession in the middle of the field. And he feeds it in long there to Liam Brosnan, is it? Or indeed, no, it's Dennis Dwyer, I think. Dennis Dwyer advances down the wing there. He's looking up. Is there a foul here by Willie McCreary? Willie was loose there in terms of his defence. And I think left a hand there for Dennis Dwyer to be caught by. And I suppose that's something we'll have to get used to in Gaelic football. What looked like a well-generated foul or an engineered foul of sorts. They call it, I think, on far-flung pitches, a professional foul, but of course our amateur players wouldn't refer to it as that. If a professional there was in this game, I think the Mercurial Caharsiveen man who's just kicked that free from the wrong side of the field over the bar would be classed as one of them, or God knows would we be able to pay him at all. Kerry are developing forward here now, and Maurice Fitzgerald, the aforementioned Fitzgerald, was clean through there, but Davy Dowling, Shannon Dora Kildara, and he came out, swept up possession and took it with him. Here we are with Eamon Breen. Breen looks up. He feeds the ball towards Darragh Kinaja. Darragh's got time. He's got to look up now. He's got to see what options are available. He doesn't take any options. He looks up and he clips it in just inside that far post. And Darragh Kinaja, the Mercurial Gaeltacht man, Fars Nasta Gaeltacht Galerish. Agus da Comanch Haran Varan Shin agus scorinta. Now Kildare on the attack. This game is really starting to spice up. Those last two Kerry scores have really advanced things for the Kingdom men. Dermot Early wins a foul there. He'll be happy to take a breather. It's been hectic out there around the middle of the field, and this young man is displaying all the qualities, all the fine qualities that his father did before him. Great hands, great feet. He seems to be a good distributor of the ball. He leaves it to the son of another father, a Waterville man who plucks it in and over the bar. What a beautiful score by Carl Dwyer there, and that'll help the Kildare men no end. It'll settle the nerves a little amongst the Lily Whites as they go 10 points to 6 in front. And could that be an insurance score? Could that just keep the Kerry men at arm's length? It looks like it at this moment in time, and Kerry are going to need something special. A long kick out there by Declan O'Keefe, broken down by Maurice Fitzgerald. It falls at the feet of the right half back. It's laid off there again. Seamus Moynihan. A fine footballer in his own right. Takes on 3 Kildare men. There's Glenn Ryan to fight the corner of the Kildare men. It comes out to Darragh Kinaja. Darragh, right foot, left foot, it doesn't matter which. Clips it in with the left foot. Johnny Crowley's in there. Johnny Crowley and a goal! A goal for Johnny Crowley. Oh, who'd have seen that coming? It looked like the bolt was on the door. It looked like everything was safe in there. A mail and cool. Johnny turned one way, he turned the other, and the Garda who serves in Cork, I'll tell you, he'd find his way in and out of any bank. He managed to bury the ball inside Christy Byrne's near hand post, and I'll tell you, there was very little opportunity or space afforded to him there, but no bother to Johnny Crowley. And I'll tell you, he's really set the torch here for Kerry to get back into this game. Now, can Kildare advance? Carl Dwyer makes his way through. Carl Dwyer, Stephen Stack is pulling out of him. Mick Curley coming to his aid. And Mick Curley indicates a free end to the delight and sheer excitement of the crowd here today. A very satisfied Kildare crowd thus far, but they'll be getting nervy now. Pádraig Raven has a chance to put another point on the board here, and it'll be very welcome from the Lily White posse who hang out there on Hill 16, and they'll be very happy to see that sailing over the bar. Kildare 11 points, Kerry 1-6. That means 11 points to 9. That's 2 points in it as we enter into the closing phase of the game. Liam Hassett lets it forward there. It's up they rise for it. It's the Caharsiveen man. He takes it down. He plucks it. He drives it in. And over the bar. A fine score there by Maurice Fitzgerald. Oh, he keeps the smallest margin between the teams, 11 points to 1-7. But is it too little, too late? Oh, only time will tell, and the watch of Mick Curley is the one we've got to count for. Oh, such a bout of fine fielding there. Maurice Fitzgerald, he rose above Glenn Ryan there. He'd lost Anthony Rainbow, and he just drives that in with just a little aplomb and just enough enthusiasm to get it over the bar at the canal end. Christy Byrne, he drives it out as far down the field as possible. He'll not be eager to see the ball coming that side of the field again, but Liam Hassett tries to drive the Kerry men forward. Out they come. Johnny Crowley releases the ball in there. Maurice Fitzgerald, who's in a mail and cool in there. It's cleared out by the Kildare men. Glenn Ryan has it. Glenn Ryan looks up. He feeds the ball across there towards, of all players, Carl Dwyer, Anthony Rainbow, and there's Ryan again. Oh, Glenn Ryan, what service he's given this Kildare team today and for every day up to now. A stalwart of many's a fine performance in the white jersey. There's Martin Lynch. Lynch looks up. He doesn't even have to look at the goals. He swings it in and over the shoulder and over the bar. What a fine score by the big man from Clane. And he's going to be in for a hero's welcome back there in Clane tonight if things stay as they are. 2 points in front now, the Kildare man are. They've introduced Porrick Brennan for Porrick Raven, and here we see Willie McCreary. Willie drives it out. He looks out there towards what looks like it's Eddie McCormick. Eddie McCormick swings it across there, and there's Brennan. Brennan turns, he looks up, he turns inside, he turns outside. He maybe turned a couple too many times, but Mick Curley offered him the opportunity to, and eventually the foul was committed there by, I think, Eamon Fitzmaurice on Carl Dwyer. And Brennan has dusted himself off to kick the free, and he came in for Porrick Raven, and indeed no harm to him, but he's picked up exactly where Raven had left off and kicks that ball out of his hands over the bar to put 3 between the teams. And has the end come? Has the race been run for the All-Ireland champions, gallant All-Ireland champions from the year 1997? They were fantastic here, winning an All-Ireland last year, defeating Cavan, the gallant Cavan team in the semi-final, and going on from there to defeat Mayo in the All-Ireland final. And Paddy's trying to figure out if there's any fuel left in the tank. Can they come back from this? There's a free in here on the wrong side of the field for Maurice Fitzgerald, but is there a wrong side of the field for the big Cahir-Siveen man? The St. Mary's Cahir-Siveen man, it hangs in the air, it looks good. Oh, it's in the net! It's in the net! There's a goal here, is there? Oh, Mick Curley's going in. Glenn Ryan seems to have given up the ghost. Dennis Dwyer wheels away in celebration. Mick Curley consults with his umpires, and what's he given? Oh, the Kildare men are celebrating. Glenn Ryan embraces Davy Dalton, and I think those two men will never feel as happy because, I'm looking at that, a replay of that again, and Dennis Dwyer was not in the square, and indeed it was a legitimate goal. It was a legitimate goal, and there'll be plenty of complaints from Cahir-Siveen to Castle Island, from Glengariff or any West-persuaded Kerry man, Glengariff, all the way to Ballybunion. They'll be complaining about that for many's a long day, I think, because they had a good call there for a goal, and who was to know? There's a foul committed there on a Kerry man, and Maurice Fitzgerald earns a free. But we're going to look now. We're well into injury time. It's not looking good. Maurice Fitz, he knows what he has to do, but he's reserving himself and he's resigning himself to kicking a point. Something that leaves 2 points between the teams. 13 points Kildare, 1-8 for Kerry. And what difference that goal will make. What a difference a day makes, but what a difference a big call makes in Gaelic football. And here we are with Kildare. As they move forward, it's Willie McCreary. Willie's put in a fine show here in the middle of the field. He's put in a big shift of work. He's tackled there by Eamon Breen. It's moving out the field again with the Kerry men. Darragh O'Shea, who's been a stalwart performer in the middle of the field. And what a midfield battle we've had today. Johnny Crowley. Johnny feeds it inside. He leaves it inside there. Is there a foul committed there on Mike Frank Russell? It looked like there was. And indeed there was. And here we are with Maurice Fitz with another free. This would put the smallest margin between the teams. He's studying the posts. But I don't think there's a great deal of time left, or is there? He picks off another fine free. No bother to the Cahir-Siveen man. You give him a dead ball on either side of the field, he'll kick it with either foot. 13 points Kildare, 1-9 Kerry. That means 1 point game. That means There's only one between them. That means these Kildare men are very near to getting over the line. Anthony Rainbow, he skins his man, he goes down the outside, and the final whistle's blown, and Mick Curley has blown the final whistle, and Kildare's long march to the top of the mountain has come and overtaken it's overcome a fairly huge obstacle in victory over the All-Ireland champions. This success means that Kildare have beaten the three most recent All-Ireland winners in this historic season.